Alright, so here we are in the basement taking a look at a gaming table that is almost finished. See, we dry brushed it the same colors as the bases for the forest and whatnot, and it's been hit up with the different styles of flock that Jeff was mentioning. And the way we did that is spray down the table with a diluted PVA glue, heavily diluted. And then sprinkle it over the top from how far away do you think you drop the flock on?
The flock from about 18 inches off the table.
Yeah, that gives it a much more natural appearance than the cow.
Yeah, it avoids the cow pasture.
Cow
as
pasture.
As it falls, it kind of separates a little bit.
Yep.
So you get some nice feathering on the edges where it doesn't make nice lines, which is what you want. And
so now you're going back again with the PVA. After dried for probably 2 hours at this point?
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 hours it's been drying. And what we're going to do here is soak it. I mean, we are really putting a lot of water down here. Because this mixture is mostly water, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is, now that the flock has been partially bonded to the table, this is going to really seal it on. After 2 coats of glue like this, you can straight up rub these tables together, and the flock doesn't come off.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
And because it's got a little bit of Roundup residue in there, that'll kill any weeds that have grown on our fields.
We had a lot of weed for the fields.
Yes. Maybe we'll keep them for the chaos tables.
So this may seem a little silly, but I'm putting enough water down on here so that it's actually almost puddling.
Yep, almost puddling. And this was... Mike was telling us how to do this, and it was hard to believe at first that this was what you had to do to get it right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is what Jen and I ended up doing when we made our table at our house. And, like, yep, just super watered down and a whole lot of it.
The trick is, if you don't water it down enough, it won't go through the sprayer. And I was initially using a hand spray bottle, like a Windex bottle, which was just miserable. Go get yourself one of these for $20.
Mm-hmm.
But it really has to be super dilute or it won't go through. But you would be surprised how much adhesion you get, even with just the itsy bitsy little bit of glue that's in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe it. You won't believe it, but it's true. It bonds really, really well. We take these 2 tables, put them face to face together, and you can rub it and nothing comes off.
And what is the material for the...
The material is a tricky one. What we selected in the end is called OSB sheathing. It's what you would put on a house, either not underneath the roof, but on like the siding behind your clapboard or vinyl siding or whatever you're using. It's a composite material. They take strips of garbage lumber and glue them together, so it's mostly glue. It's cheap. It's very lightweight. It's not the most durable, so we had some issues with that initially that we kind of had to work through. But the lightweightness of it and the cost kind of made it a natural win compared to something more expensive like plywood that costs 3 times as much and weighs a heck of a lot more.
Right.
You know, you say the durability versus the cost. Maybe we were cheap by getting this stuff, but the weight was also a big issue. With a half-ton pickup truck,
yeah,
I think you can hold 40 of these and stay under your weight limit. If you had anything heavier, you would have to get a trailer to tow that.
That's a good point. So, yeah, so setting up the tournament and whatnot.
So as it is right now, I think I can fit 30 tables with terrain in my truck without having to tow a trailer, which is nice.
Yep. All right, so this is going to be left to dry, and the table will be good to go.